Hello, welcome into the Piles of Paragraphs Creative Space. I'm Lori, and today we're going to work on the journal that I started last week. It's another kind of scrappy cover journal that's going to have a railroad theme. I wanted to bring you in at this point. I haven't gotten a lot more done because, well, everything cracked on the spine. The rest of it seems to be okay. I had never used this substrate before. It's kind of a cardboardy mailer that I got from thrift books, but I thought it was kind of important to bring you in and let you know this is a problem that I'm having with this particular substrate. The original papers that I put down I thought weren't strong enough, so then I glued another layer on top of it, and then it also cracked that. So I think I might try one more thing, which might be, I think I might try mulberry paper and see. But I will say at this point I'm kind of leaning towards doing a fabric strip on this part of the cover. But I thought since I have been battling with that particular challenge, I would bring you in and let you know that's what I'm dealing with. And then we'll go ahead and I think I'm going to go ahead and collage. Sorry, I know what I'm going to do. Sid's over here. My kitty Sid, and he was trying desperately to get back on the table. And I would prefer him not to do that because there's not enough room for him and my project on my work desk. And he was laying down quite happily just a few minutes ago. And then I don't remember what I did, but I did something and I got his attention. Oh, I know. I went in the kitchen. And Sid is a bit addicted to Yummies, his cat treats. And so if he hears me go anywhere near the kitchen, he wakes from a sound sleep and comes running. So, okay, you stay over there. Please, don't get over here. I don't want you to get glue on you, Cake. I don't want you to get glue on you, Mr. Sid. Okay, so let's work on this a little bit and see what we can get done. Siddy, stop it, honey. Please don't get on my table. Please don't. Please don't. Let's see. Oh, sorry, hard to focus. Hard to focus when I'm deflecting the kitty. Sid? No. Sorry, Bug. No, I don't get in the glue. Said Cake. No. Okay. Time to go, Bug. Oh, I know. I'm so sorry. I would much rather have had you sit next to me while I'm doing this, but okay. All right, we'll try to refocus. Okay. Oh, deep breaths. Oh, I love my boy. I do, but I really, really don't want him to get glue in his fur because he'll be a mess, and then he'll be really mad at me. Okay, let's see. Okay, I've got some little encyclopedia page. Let's grab a couple of these and get started gluing stuff down. Okay. So my pal Vernie put dibs on this journal, and she may regret that decision. Vernie, I won't hold you to it if it doesn't work out. So we'll see. I'm sure this cover will work into something. I'm not sure it will be the railroad journal cover that I had planned on, but we'll see. We'll see what it does. It is really nice weight cover, and it's so different than what I usually work with that it is kind of fun. I do have a couple of my old standby. Let's see, one of them's a Amazon envelope, and the other one I think is packaging from LL Bean that is very much I think would also be a good substrate, and I don't think it would. I know it wouldn't be as stiff as this because it's more like a heavy duty brown paper bag, like we used to think of grocery bags as. It's down here. I was just really disappointed when my second layer on that, just as soon as I went to fold it, it just snapped. So it may be that because this substrate is so thick, or it's not thick, it's stiff. It's not as pliable as the things that I'm used to using. So that may have something to do with it. But you know, this is all part of the experiment. If I don't try, I won't know. Of course, I guess sometimes it would be nicer to try in a less public manner, but you know, it's part of building this YouTube channel, is taking my subscribers and my viewers on the journey with me. So goodness knows we've all had projects that just didn't quite turn out the way we expected them to. I can usually find a workaround, but I really, excuse me, oh my, I don't know where my voice went. I really thought that other layer of paper was gonna solve the problem, and it absolutely did not. Ooh. See my little makeup spreader, which I'm sure these things have to have another name, but I think that's what they are when you order them at Amazon. Sort of a little, I think they actually call them makeup brushes, but there's nothing brushy about them. It's like a little silicone slab there that you work with. Let's see, what else have we got? And this time I'm using more strips than I did pieces on the front. So I'm going to leave the space for fabric on the inside of the hinge, the spine as well. And I also wanted to kind of maybe get through this more quickly, because I know this is not really exciting. This is what you watched me do last time. And I was hoping to have more done. But, you know, in a perfect world. But I didn't get to work on it at all this weekend, and I really planned to work on it on Saturday, and then my husband decided he wanted to go out and do a few things, and he wanted a green chili cheeseburger. So the place that he likes his green chili cheeseburgers is in I don't know if it's Tempe or if it's actually Scottsdale, but it's not too far from the university. And since we were going to be in that part of the world on a Saturday, and the Art Resource Center is open on Saturdays. Hi, City, back again. Come on, bud. Come on. Let's no, honey. I don't want you to get glue in your fur. Okay, Kings. You're going to have to go. I'm sorry. Yes, I am. I'm a terrible person. I get it. I do. But you're going to have to go, Sid, because I do not want you to get glue on your fur. Okay? The blinds are open downstairs. Why don't you go lay in the sun? I think the sun's back out. Why don't you go down and lay in your favorite chair? Huh? What do you say, buddy? You do that for me? He's stopped liking to get in his little space behind the TV, and I don't know if that's because it's getting warmer, and he liked it better back there when it was cooler. Of course, you know, cats, they love a place, and it's their favorite place to lay in, and then all of a sudden it falls from favor and they don't like to lay there anymore. So I don't know what is going on with Mr. Sid. Fernie said she thinks Sid liked the crinkle of the paper from the Etsy share that I made last time, but I don't know. I'm not crinkling today, and he's not staying away from this project, so I don't know. Let's see what's in here. A lot of little encyclopedia pages in this stack of scrappies. Let's see what have I got that's kind of square already. Let's see. Oh, this might work. It's a little big. That's okay. I'll tear it down and add it in here. Came back up after lunch to work on this project, and I was getting everything set up and was checking the layout in on the iPad screen, make sure everything was okay, and I went to sit down in my chair to make sure, you know, and finish the next stage of what I was doing to get ready. And unfortunately, Bunty had come up and was standing in my chair, and I did not know he was there, so I almost sat on him. So to avoid that particular disaster, I kind of twisted, and I think I jarred my back again. So me being so happy that my back was better in the last video that I made may have been a wee bit premature. Okay. Not wide enough. It's wide enough. Not quite. Everything is close but no cigar on wide enough. Let's see what else I got. Ooh, careful, City. Sid, that's a television set behind you, bud. Please don't knock the television set over. I apologize for all these distractions. Oh, this is not working. And I tore it enough to make it too small now. Okay, let's do this the proper way. Let's use the ruler. This is one of those pages out of a Reader's Digest condensed books, and the patina on them is fabulous, but the paper is brittle, quite brittle. So tearing it in something that resembles a straight-ish edge does not usually occur without the help of the little straight edge. Okay. There we go. More of the PVA glue here. Turn it over. Ooh, did not do well with that piece, did I? Ooh, no, really missed it. Let me put some glue under there. And since I am collaging the inside of the cover, I will most likely seal it with matte medium as the last step in the treatment of the inside, just to make it stand up well to whatever the journal ends up getting used for. I've gone quiet. Sorry about that. Focusing on making sure I get all the way to the edge with the PVA glue. I should have some sort of stories to tell you now. Let's see. I already told you about my classes, my exercise classes. Let's see. Green chili cheeseburger that John wanted, I also had. I had the burger and half a bun. So it's trying to cut back on my carbs, but it was good. I am a big fan of green chili, which reminds me of my pal Vernie is also a big fan of green chili. She lives in a state that has great green chili. And in Arizona, we have all kinds of chili. Red chilies, red chili sauce, green chili sauce. Green chili's my favorite. I think red chili is my husband's favorite. I always like a red chili sauce. Upsets my stomach for whatever reason. When I was a kid, I don't want anything to do with any sort of chili. And there's this fantastic Mexican food restaurant in the town I grew up in, and it's still there. It closed and then reopened with the Next Generation. But I used to go with my parents when I was a little girl, and not with the red sauce. And I love tamales. And of course, I always wanted a tamale. And I do the red sauce. So very lovely people at the El Rey would put butter on the tamale for me, which was absolutely delicious. Although I would say now I think I probably eat them more just plain without any sauce. Sometimes green chili sauce. Sometimes an egg. My husband loves an egg on his, an over easy egg on his tamales. And his enchiladas. He really likes that. And there's something to be said for it. I will give him that. But lunch was good. And then we went over to the Art Resource Center. And then I had to introduce my husband to all of the folks that for many of the folks that I volunteer with when I'm over there on Wednesdays. A lot of them also volunteer on Saturday. So that was nice to see everybody. I did a little shopping while I was there. Had some really cool fabric that they had gotten in. Some chenille. Great texture. So I picked up a few pieces and brought them home and oops, I'm dripping. Either I think I probably will use them on a sewing roll. That was with the Roxy Creations ladies are working on. Since I jumped over there, we'll just use this page. Of course, I always debate. Every time I see something, I think, ooh, that would make the most wonderful journal cover. And I think it will make a wonderful journal cover. I just don't know if I'm going to have time to put it together. Fantastic texture. I'm sure I've mentioned before that I'm a big texture person. I love textured fabrics and visual texture as well as actual feel it with your fingers kind of texture. Okay, what else do we have? So that's what we did, and then on Sunday, we had reservations for brunch at a local restaurant that we had not been to before and had heard a lot about, and just happened to work out that we had a chance to go on Sunday, so we did that, and that was nice. Food was good. Another sandwich, and I actually ate all the roll with the sandwich that time, and that was so it was a carby weekend for me. So not the best for my plan, but that's okay. So I'm trying to do better this week. And have my red lentil soup for lunch yesterday and today, and so that always helps. So it's very filling, and so it sticks with me. And while it does have carbs, they're healthy carbs. They're not processed carbs at all. So that's really helpful. Excuse me. So my cough is back again. Okay. So apparently that is just a thing that I do with that kind of shape of book page. I just didn't get enough under there. Oh, my edges are popping up. Yeah, definitely didn't get enough glue under there. Here we go. Get that glued down. I think I will leave that as it is. Let it dry. Because I think I'll go ahead and put probably a fairly wide bit of fabric down there. So let's set that over to the side. Let me go over here and grab the other bits of this journal so we can look at it again and see what the next step will be. said, like, y'all talk amongst yourselves. Leave the really crinkly bag over there so as not to draw too much attention. This one crinkles too, but the big one was really, really crinkly. So let's see, what have we got here? Look at this. We've got numbers, and then we've got these really cool pages. Let's see. How is this? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is completely big enough. Okay. For some reason I had it inside my head that I was going to have to trim these, but let's just say quite over the moon that I don't have to trim these. There will be other things that I'll get to add to this. Let's see how this paper's going to do. A little bit of cracking there, so I may need to put a bit of washi tape over those. Okay, so what else is in this journal? What else is in this book? Single decker bus. I guess this is all of the Philadelphia transportation vehicles. A trolley. Really cool. This might be really cool on the cover. Set that to the side. We will revisit that when we get to that stage of this process. It's kind of cool. There are some cool photographs in here. I hadn't spent enough time with this book since I got it to remember exactly what was inside. I love those. These. Subway car. 1938 Broad Street subway car. I guess as a start on those, let's see what's in this one. Also, we can always flip through something and see something and then go back to try to find it, and I can't find it. Okay, let me set this over here. And we have these cool ledger sheets. So maybe we could do those in half. And we've got all this cool stuff. So many fun things. That's really cool. That also might be really cool on the cover. I need like 4 more feet to spread out here so I can look at all of this nifty stuff. That's cool. So these are all smaller pieces. Smaller ledger. Really cool train images. They're so cool. Okay. Set those to the side for now. Let's set this to the side too. let's get these and see. I think we're really going to need something to support them. I might be able to get by with putting washi tape on the blank side. Let's give that a try on one of these and see how it does. I think I need to use terribly wide washi. Let's see. That I kind of like that. What's my cotton? Nope. Don't want to use copper. That's cool. I don't think I have any actually train themed washi tape, which is kind of hard for me to believe. I've got train themed just about everything else. Let's see. What is this? It's got butterflies and clocks. That's not bad. Let's tear off a piece of this. Out the glue stick. There we go. Sticking to things. Sticking to things. Try to get that down there sort of straightish. Push it down. Don't think I want to put them on the inside, but let's see, maybe. Let's fold it up, maybe just on the side and not on the top. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I buried my scissors. Dry for a couple of seconds. See how that does. Let's take a look at the cover. That's still not dry. Yeah. I'm going to say this side's looking not bad. The first side we did is almost dry. I think I'll definitely use that on the cover. Put that back over there to dry. Lid on my glue stick. My pocket ruler. Oh, I'm not talking very loud, am I? Sorry. Getting to be the time of the day when I start to fade. I am most definitely a morning person. And this morning I was up at before my alarm went off, annoyingly. Just after 5, I think, when I woke up. I think that'll definitely be on the cover. Whether that's the cover or not, we will wait and see. But I think that's definitely cover worthy. Okay. That doesn't feel full anymore, so it should be dry. Let's see how it does with the washi tape. Yeah. And it didn't crack badly enough. At least not when I folded it this way. Maybe it was the other one I folded with the design on the outside. I think that's going to work. Okay, cool. So let's see. Here's the one I folded with that side. And yeah, it's not really breaking cracked. It's just, obviously I went against the grain there. So let's go ahead and do a strip of washi here. I really have to get busy and find my other railroad related ephemera, because I know I have a whole stack, but I haven't seen it for a while because it got kind of pushed to the back burner, and now it has moved back on to the front burner. So there, burnished down. Let's see, do I want to hold this over? There enough. Just a little bit, just a tiny little bit, minus the cat hairs. Although I know Vernie won't hold the pet hair against me, because Vernie likes kitties. Vernie has doggies, but Vernie does like kitties too. So yeah, I think that's gonna work well. Okay. Still not dry. Let's see. Ooh. I had my strip of mulberry paper here that I was gonna put on the other side, and I don't know where it went. I have this. There it is. I have this kind of a tanny sort of colored mulberry paper, and I thought that would look pretty good. Although not the original look I was going for, but I think I will. I think I'll give it a try, and then if this doesn't work, or if it cracks, I don't know. I don't use mulberry paper. Well, I haven't used mulberry paper in a really long time, and I don't think I've ever used it this way, so I don't know how it will do. But we will see. And then I will put some more work into some other things for the, some of these will be great in here, I think. Yeah, I just love these schematics. There we go. Maybe it hurts this. This has some more text on it. Yes. So what I'll do with these, they are not, let's see. Yep, tall enough, but I don't think even two together will be quite wide enough, but that's okay. Everything doesn't have to be exactly even. Not in my journals. I like things to be a bit wonky, uneven edges on the pages and that kind of stuff. Let's see, how do I want to do this? I'm going to use some art glitter glue on this. My thought is having it doubled on this part that's hole punched. Will add any strength that it may not have, because because it's got holes in it. Oop. Oh, there is no wiggling with the art glitter glue. Okay. Not perfectly lined up, but you know, then again, in my world, there's not necessarily perfectly aligned things. So I'll do this once it dries and I'll fold it. See how that works. I will try to do better with this one. Get the holes lined up. Just love this old paper. And I got my whole big book of it. Keeping it close by so that I know where it is, and remember that there's a ton of it, so I don't feel I need to hoard it, because you know the plan for this year is to use things. Okay, so let's see now. Maybe if I do it this way, I'll do better. Line it up. Hey, closer to straight. Closer, closer, closer. Let's see. Is it dry yet? Nope, still a bit cool. Okay. Go do a couple more. And worst case scenario, if it doesn't work, I can always use them for something else. Okay. I think I probably will also use, I don't know. I was thinking I might use some digitals in this, but I don't know if I will. I go back and forth. You know, if you're using authentic stuff, it's like we'll just keep using authentic stuff. So, here we go. We'll see. We'll see. Very much still a work in progress. This is not going to be quite as quick to go together as the scrappy Truly Junk Journal was. Although my original plan was for this not to take too much longer than that one did, but now I sort of feel like I need to slow down and make sure that all my I's are dotted and my T's are crossed. Since I had that setback with the cover, kind of want to be a little more methodical. Well, this is close to being dry, but not completely. I guess we could try that's not the page. Oh, that's not the piece I was going to use. This is the piece I was going to use. Oh, I don't know. I'm nervous now. I'm nervous. Nervous. Try to squish the corner down a little bit. Well, at the end of the day, it's paper. And I've got lots of it. So let's go ahead and give this a try. Peel back the part that popped off. My hope is that the mulberry paper will not only not crack, but will kind of seal the little area that did crack. But if it doesn't work, fabric is a good deal more forgiving often than paper. fabric has its weave, but it doesn't have a grain. So while that makes it forgiving in some instances, you know, not always when you're sewing. That's why sometimes you have to sew with the fabric on the bias, which completely boggles my brain. My sister could explain that to you, and my dear cousin Elaine could as well. They know about that stuff. I just like to tear a strip of fabric and stitch it in place or glue it down. Okay, well, talk about stepping outside your comfort zone. I think this qualifies for my act of being outside my comfort zone for today, huh? Let's see. Okay. Go this direction. And I want to kind of squish that up at the top. Kind of pat it down. Where is my... Yeah, good time to have lost the bone folder. I buried it somewhere. Okay, well, let me put a little glue here. And then I'll just use the spatula-y thing to kind of help it to adhere. The overwhelming urge to just say stick it down, but that just sounded so strange. Okay, well, hopefully that is the solution to this particular crafting challenge. And I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to keep telling myself I'm going to let this dry, and I'm not going to mess with it until I am sure it is dry. So maybe that will help the process. Like a little kid, because I can't leave things alone. Okay. All right. So we're kind of finishing off where we started with the cover. I'm going to get this side partially done. So we've made a little bit of progress. We've looked at our signature a little bit. If you have an opinion about whether or not I should use a digital in this one, including you, Vernie, since you did dibs on this, let me know what you think. It'd be really nice to have some comments and get some opinions back. Kind of feeling like I'm just talking to myself lately. I know, truly, I am talking to myself, aren't I? But anyway, so thank you for joining me, and I hope you'll join me again in the near future, and I'll say bye for now.